Well, welcome to our Tuesday edition of A Word of Encouragement. It is such a privilege for me to be able to spend these few moments with you on a daily basis, and I'm always blessed to hear that it's been a help to you. These are just simple thoughts, but in this difficult day, I trust that they will just serve as a biblical directive for you that will just warm your heart and help you realize what God can do. I wonder, what does it take to make us happy, to feel blessed? You know, for some people, it's really things going the way they want them to be. But you know, the Bible has a formula for being happy, for being blessed, and it's not the formula that we would normally think. Let me read it to you. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 14. But, and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye. And be not afraid of their terror, neither be ye troubled. Well, that's the opposite of our normal thinking, isn't it? If ye suffer for righteousness' sake, you are blessed. You are a person that ought to count yourself happy. Well, that's really a tall order for us to think that way, but that really is what God wants for us in our lives, for us to realize that life is not about us. It is about eternity. It is about Christ. Our life is to be lived out now to further His cause. You see, God could have taken us home, as you've often heard, to heaven the minute we were saved if He did not want to fulfill His purpose through His believers here on this earth. Christ suffered on this earth. Christ went through much to get the gospel out. We are now in His place, and it ought to be something we expect, that we're going to also have things at times not be the way we want them. We've got all of eternity to enjoy Christ, to enjoy all the things that He's created for us. But right now, souls are at stake. Right now, there's a great cause that we are to be part of. And so we ought to be happy, blessed, when we have the privilege to suffer for righteousness' sake, to take the place of the Lord and realize that what we're doing is really counting. So often, the way we think of happiness is things going the way we want them. But my friends, we need to not be frustrated right now. There's a spiritual battle going on. And God may allow us to have things not go our way. He may allow us to have a little bit of suffering as we serve the Lord, but that means He's going to bless us. In fact, you go back to the Beatitudes, blessed are ye when men persecute you and say all manner of evil against you for my sake falsely. Now, that's a blessed state to be. That is a happy state to be. And there's nothing like knowing that you're walking with the Lord and that you are living for Him. Now, I know this is not necessarily an exciting thought, but Paul, remember, he said that I may know Him and the power of His resurrection and the fellowship of His sufferings. If you're serious about real Christianity, if you want to truly be encouraged, you've got to be willing to say, Lord, I'm going to accept what you allow to come down my pathway. And I'm going to pray that things work out well, but if you allow suffering, I'm going to trust that you're doing what is best, and that it's a happy state, it is a blessed state, it is a good state, and that I will rejoice and be glad in it. And so, my friends, let's look not at a bleak, as it's been said, a dark winter, but we've got an exciting winter ahead of us. No matter what happens, I believe we're going to see great things happen for God. So may you be encouraged today to serve the Lord, and remember, God will bless you if you'll just be willing to serve Him.